Brothers, this week we will be focusing on the spiritual discipline of overcoming our failures. And I don't know a single person on this earth that this would not apply to, except for Jesus. You know, when Jesus was in this world, He never failed. He never did anything imperfectly. He never made a mistake. He never made an error, a blunder, or sin. And that's one reason we can praise our Lord Jesus, because when we see the vast contrast between ourselves and Him, brothers, we sin every day. We fail every day. We can look to that one that we worship who is perfect, and we can attain unto that. But let me tell you something. We'll never get there on this side of heaven. We will never arrive at a place in our lives, brothers, where we will be sinless, errorless, and perfect. We're going to fail. It's just going to happen, and that's because of the fall. Way back when Adam and Eve disobeyed God and sin came into the world, that introduced failure. That was, shall we say, the greatest failure of mankind. When Adam and Eve disobeyed God and sin came into the world, and then death followed that. Well, brothers, think about yourself. I want to ask you a question today. Have you allowed your failures to define you as a failure? You know, maybe it's not you that's done that. Maybe it's other people. You've listened to them. They've watched you walk and then fall, and then get up, walk again, then fall again, and then try getting up again. And there are many people out there who would criticize us, who would look at us unjustly, and they would call us failures. They would say, why do you even try again? Because you're going to fail again. We can't listen to those people. God has not set those people in our path as a way of keeping us down. That's sin, brothers, because of their own unhappiness, or maybe something they're dealing with in their own lives. They will criticize us. But I'm talking about you specifically. Are you thinking of yourself as a failure today because of some sin you've committed? Because of some mistake you made in front of one person or a mass of people? Is that little failure that you've made, or a string of failures over your life, has it built up to a point where you consider yourself to be a failure? Let me tell you the truth today, brothers. You are not a failure. You are a child of God. You are a divine creation of God. Your daddy is the King of Kings, and He's the Lord of Lords. He's watching you from heaven now, and He's happy when He sees you. He is rejoicing over you. He doesn't consider you a failure. Because, brothers, if you were a failure, that would reflect on Him. That would mean that He were a failure, because He would be the one making a failure. Our God only makes masterpieces, and that's what you are, brothers. So when you think of yourself today, all the mistakes you've made in your past, don't let those mistakes cause you to think that you are a mistake. Don't let those failures that you've made along the way force you to believe that you yourself are a failure. Because, brothers, those failures, they can turn into flowers in the hands of God. God can take those massive blunders, those small mistakes, however big or small they are, and He can turn those failures into flowers. That's what we're talking about this week. Don't let yourself be thought of as a failure, brothers, because you've made failures or had failures. You are a child of the King, the one who is perfect, the one who is sinless, the one who is fail-proof. Have a good day.